What's up, you guys? Krazy K here. Gonna do my Friday night SmackDown prediction live in Vlogsford tonight. Gonna hit you up with not only check out my latest Raw prediction on my page and story for new and returning subscribers, and my Raw video, my Raw comments, as I said I would do. Clear Raw commentary, whoever follows on Instagram, whether you liked, whether you comment, whether you involved yourself in the conversation somehow, some way. Screenshot it, add you in the video to a shout out and appreciation, and thank you guys for involvement in the conversation. Shout out to you guys for the Raw. Also, check out my latest on my podcast. Triple threat over my birthday weekend, over football, over updations, Raw recap over these last Monday Night Raw. Even mention other wrestling events like NXT, Monday Night Mama being on there, Martin Luther coming up. Even mentioning with those podcasts on my other before and after that podcast, Raw recap with my other Krazy K, Raw recaps, plus on my Instagram, checking out, of course, my hometown, Nebraska game tomorrow. Also, the Crawford fight will be on the Instagram as well, and including next week's Monday Night Raw and page story and WWE Comics as I do, including the podcast following it, boxing fight, my Chiefs win, see if my Crawford wins the boxing match. I was hanging out with in my hometown and also his hometown, and my stepdad and all my brothers and sisters and cousins growing up, so he's like a cousin, so of course I'm gonna go for Crawford. Also see if my Chiefs can recover the Eagles and hit up obviously my Raw and hit up my podcast for the 3 facts. Plan on doing it on time, and then also the Raw recap following it up, updating things and stuff like that. With that being said, this is my SmackDown prediction. It will be added to my page and story for new and returning subscribers. Live in Vlogsford tonight, I predict the Viper Randy Orton, who's locked and loaded, confident and ready, will defeat Drew McIntyre until our American Nightmare, the WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes, comes back and gets his revenge for what Drew McIntyre did to him. In the meantime, I think the Viper will pick up the victory over Drew McIntyre. I still think the best out of their match was that Hell in a Cell fight that they had between Randy Orton and him. And that's my personal opinion. And also on top of that, I think Alexa Bliss and Charlotte as a tag team women's champion deserve some redemption. Getting one way or another in singles action tag team for constant brawl fight between them and Chelsea Green and look like the women in black. Said men in black, the woman in black. With their team, I think this tag team with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte should have their tag team. Maybe put the tag team championships on the line and get some redemption somehow, some way tonight before we head to Martin Luther next weekend. And including, like I said, the Viper to get his hands locked into RKO. 3 most deadliest letters in the WWE. So pick up his victory tonight. And as you can see, I'm wearing a little bit of snake because it is my Venom shorts, ready for the Viper to strike on his prey tonight. As you can see, I got my Venom shorts on, ready for the Viper to strike. And I think Sami Zayn will win his open challenge for the United States Championship belt. I think that also, since Brock Lesnar is going to be here to explain his situation, maybe we'll see John Cena get his revenge on Brock Lesnar for last SmackDown, let alone at SummerSlam, because that's twice he's attacked him next week at Mount Luther. So, that's my SmackDown prediction. Check it out on my page and story. Check it out for my, like I said, see if my Chiefs recover. When the Seagulls, that post will be on Instagram, along with that Crawford fight on Instagram. It will be in my next podcast, updating this podcast, plus some SummerSlam and Clash of Paris for my latest gameplays available. And I'm planning on adding some new gameplay with some Grand Theft Auto and a new one. So there's my gameplay this weekend. There's my podcast this weekend. There's my Raw recap covering football this weekend. There's my podcast and Raw and SmackDown videos planning on next weekend as well. And as I say planning, because anything can happen. You never know. So I am planning on it. That way this podcast is on time. Raw recap is updated. The Raw and SmackDown videos are good. Ready for my listener, ready for the boxing there. And of course, the NFL facts as well. All updated if you want to see the pictures, or hear the podcast, or watch the Raw recap and updation and the gameplay on top of it. So, with that being said, be sure to watch, like, follow, subscribe on Instagram and YouTube. Hit it up on the page of stories for new and returning subscribers. And that being said, Green Kisses Kale, peace. Deuces, ooses.
Take that in the microwave for 2 minutes and